Welcome to Texas for the running of the nationwide 250. On the pole for tonight's race is Trey Rainey, who comes into tonight with the biggest points gap in the chase into the outside Christian Merrick Jr. Third we have Tyler Lamb. Fourth is Brandon Butler Sr., who has a gap over the cutoff. And fifth is Brandon Butler. The one guy who comes into tonight with the best of them all is John Gambit, who starts towards the back. He is locked into the next round, though, because he won the last race. So he's locked into Homestead. So we have 3 spots up for grabs with 7 drivers. As the pace truck will make the left-hand turn to pit road. Trey Rainey and Christian Merrick Jr. have the front row. As they come down the front straightaway into the quad oval. The green flag is in the air, and we're racing here at Texas. The outside not going on the restart as they come down the back straightaway for the first time tonight. Tyler Lyman trying to look to the inside. Trey Rainey as they go into 3 and 4. He's down there. No, he's not quite yet. 3 trucks get clear. And off of turn number 4 down to the quad oval. Trey Rainey gets a bonus point. He leads lap number 1. That's big for him and his chase chances. Here comes Jim Gambit, who's looking for the Texas sweep. Won here earlier in the season. He comes into tonight with a cushion of 7 points over the cutoff with Dan Bam behind him in the points. Oh, behind them. Oh, around goes John Gambit. Sliding, he looks to hit the inside wall just a little bit. The yellow comes out. And our first caution of the night is the guy that's locked into Homestead. As they come down to the front stretch, Trey Rainey will lead at the stripe. Caution number 1 for an incident coming off turn 2 with John Gambit going around. And now I bet John Gambit's happy about winning last race because he hits the wall, comes down to Evan Rudd, and they make contact, and Gambit goes around. He gets out just a little bit. Jacob Morgan does a nice job of avoiding and not hitting the 99. Just a little slide from the 99. He goes down and hits the inside wall just a little bit. The yellow comes out. I believe every truck will be able to continue on at race pace. I don't believe much damage was done to any of those trucks. As back to the line first was Trey Rainey in the 07. I believe they will stay out. And your points leader in the chase will lead us back to the green flag. They're getting the 1 to go with 20 laps to go here at Texas. So we will restart this time. And tough break for the driver. Running third, Tyler Lyman. It was slow under the caution. He made apparent ignition problems on the 77. Puts him out of the race. That's a really tough break for Lyman. Run great, and that happens. So we have 31 trucks left in the race with Trey Rainey out front. In second, we have Brandon Butler. Third is Eli Bright. Fourth, Jim Gambit. And fifth is Christian Merrick Jr. In sixth, we have Brandon Butler Sr. Seventh is Josh Crash. Eighth, Paul Manick. Ninth is Levi Jones. 10th, Griffin Lynn. Luke Rainey 11th, 12th is Junior Ramos, 13th is Jake West, 14th is Lafter Ducole, and 15th is Riley Burleytube. John Weston 16th, 17th we have Cynthia Bright, and 18th it is Dan Bannon, 19th is Kevin Bannon, and 20th is Jeff Samito. So my oh my, the chasers right now that are in, Trey Rainey, Brandon Butler Sr., and Jim Gambit, they are right now the first 3 chasers. Dan Bannon's only 7 points out, but he's one of the last chasers. And then Josh Miller needs a win desperately. And Junior Ramos needs something to happen to these guys. So right now, I believe it's only a 4-horse race to get in. And right now, I think we know the 3. As of now, it's going to be Trey Rainey, Jim Gambit, and Brandon Butler Sr. We still got live time left in 20 laps left at Texas as the pace truck is back into pit road. Trey Rainey has control of the restarts. He brings them down the front straightaway. And the green flag is back in the air. We're back racing. Look at the run for Brandon Butler in that restart. He timed that perfectly. The only thing that would have been better for him on that restart was if he got to the inside of the 07. That was an amazing jump by the 92. Laid back just a little bit and got a great enough run. So here comes Eli Bright with these 2 as they come down the back straightaway. Does Brandon Butler make a move? Whoa, Eli Bright made the move. Are they going to go 3 wide? No, Eli Bright does get to the inside. Butler did not have enough of a run to keep second position, although I believe he might on the outside. The outside does work wonders here at Texas sometimes. Trey Rainey still leading. Brandon Butler does keep the second position. Jim Gambit up high. Brandon Butler Sr. down to the bottom. And they are side by side for the 4th position. It looks like the 81 will be able to clear the 98. Ooh, into the wall they go. Ooh, the 9 hit the wall pretty good back there too. Now the 92 back on the 07 for the race lead. Off of turn number 4, Eli Bright's starting to catch back up. Brandon Butler Sr. has also joined this pack. And now Jim Gambit's starting to fall back just a little bit. He's back to 8th. Luke Rainey, his teammate, inside of him in 9th. As battle for second again, Eli Bright underneath the 92, Brandon Butler, and Brandon Butler Sr. will try and follow Eli through. Josh Crash was 3 wide back there. Did he just get dumped? It looked like he almost got turned by the 98. Looks like, able to keep it under control, but now he's got Jake West to the inside. He almost came down into that. 29 has the big battles for second right now. Eli Bright trying to take it for Brandon Butler. Brandon Butler Sr. trying to push him through. Now Shones is up into this battle. Luke Rainey trying to come up. He's battling with Paul Minnick just outside of the top 5. Side by side still for the second position. And this is what Trey Rainey wants to see. Luke Rainey does get that spot from Paul Minnick, so he will try and run down this front group of 5 trucks. Now here comes Brandon Butler Sr. to the inside. 3 wide for second as they come off of turn number 4. Brandon Butler Sr. got a great run. It's a Butler sandwich as they come off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, still 3 wide at the stripe. And Trey Rainey has pulled away from this big battle. Brandon Butler, if I were him, I would back out on the outside. Can Eli Bright get enough of a run through the middle? Levi Shones might look to make it 3 wide. Luke Rainey has gained a spot from the 92. Eli Bright has cleared for second. Now it's the battle for third. Shones onto the outside. Brandon Butler Sr. Looks like he might be able to do it. Levi Shones off the top of turn 3 and 4 will clear Brandon Butler Sr. for the third position. Now can Eli and Shones run down Trey Rainey, although Shones does look to the bottom of Eli Bright and ran him up the track just a little bit. And I believe Levi Shones will be able to get to the second position. It looks like Eli did. Oh, caution has come out. Jeff Smee and Hunter Bob crashing 1 and 2. And they're racing back just before halfway the yellow comes out. It's a battle for third behind the front 2. It will be side by side between Eli Bright and Butler Sr. And it looks like it will be Eli Bright to get back in third. Trey Rainey leads us back, and big problems for Jeff Samito and Hunter Bob. I don't know if this was premeditated or what, but you can see Alex Stewart really drives in hard into 1 and 2. Hunter Bob coming down the track. Alex Stewart drives in, just nails the 94. And look at the spin cycle that the 94 goes through. Drifting, and gets up into the 24, and they hit the wall hard, especially Jeff Samito. Pretty hard hit, but that 94 truck of Hunter Bob, he did a great job of saving it. Let's look at this in real time. Look at the long drift they had, but then he just couldn't hold on to it. Look at this. Save, and then he finally gets dumped. So I don't know if Alex Stewart had a problem with Hunter Bob there at all, but just took the 94 and the 24 out, and the 24 is probably going to be out of the race. It's back to the line first. It's Trey Rainey, so they're coming around to complete half of the race. It's still Trey Rainey out front. He's led the first half of the race, so he'll get another bonus point for leading the most laps, and he has Shones behind him for this restart. They'll come with probably just a little bit above 10 to go. So here we go. We will restart the race with 10 laps of racing to go. The Nationwide 250 come down to a restart with 10 to go. And to no surprise, Jeff Samito is out of the race. So we now have 30 trucks left on the lead lap and in the race. And Trey Rainey has dominated. He's led every lap so far tonight. And looking to advance into the Final Four at Homestead. Behind him, it's Levi Shones in second, Eli Bright in third, fourth, Brandon Butler Sr. is also looking to do the same as Trey Rainey, Paul Minnick in fifth. Christian Merrick Jr. in sixth, seventh is Jake West, eighth is Griffin Lynn, ninth Luke Rainey, 10th is Brandon Butler. 11th, Kevin Band, 12th is Dan Bandon, 13th is Junior Ramos, 14th Riley Sprague, 15th is Jeff Bright, then 16th is Eric Hines, 17th is Josh Crash, 18th is John West, and 19th is Jim Gambit, and 20th is Josh Meehan. That's not what Jim Gambit wants to see because he's 19th. Dan Bandon is 12th. Bandon would get in by, I believe, 1 point because the 98 and the 68 were separated by 7 points, and Jim Gambit 19th, Dan Bandon 12th. That is 8 positions on track. So Jim Gambit has to find something or hope Dan Bandon comes back to him. Pace truck into pit road. Possibly our final start of the night. Possibly we'll have another one as they come down the front straightaway. The green flag is back there. We're back racing here in Texas. Starting to stack up. You can see battle for second already on. Eli Bright jumps to the inside. Levi Shones behind him. Paul Minnick jumps to the inside. Brandon Butler Sr. As they enter 1 and 2. Jake West underneath Christian Merrick Jr. Eli Bright will clear Shones as they come off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. So far, no moves being made behind Dan Bandon. Pretty single file behind that 68 truck. 3 wide. Jake West gets forced to the middle by Griffin Lynn. Here comes the 30 truck. Brandon Butler Sr. on the outside trying to keep every position he can as Jake West and Levi Shones battle side by side for fourth, and Paul Minnick looks for third underneath Eli Bright. Eli trying to get wound up on the high side as they come off of turn number 2. He won't be able to do so. Palmick does get to second. Eli right back to third. Griffin Lynn looking for fourth underneath Jake West. Brandon Butler coming back up in the 92. Can Griffin Lynn clear for fourth? Don't look like he'll be able to quite yet. Down to the stripe. It's just 8 laps of racing to go. Battle again for second. It's Paul Minnick and Eli Bright. They're still side by side for that second position. Griffin Lynn up the track. He slides up the track, and Brandon Butler will take advantage in the 92. Jeff Bright way up against the wall. He comes down off of it, and that was big. But here comes Jim Gammey. He's fighting back. And he's moved back past the 68, although Josh crashed on the apron in front of him. Whoa, that was close. So is Josh D'Amito. I thought they were coming down pit road, but they aren't. Dan Band's now back to what looks to be around 15th. He is in the 15th position, and Jim Gambit's in 12th. Gambit would advance. Now they're 3 wide again up here. Griffin Lynn up top. Jake West in the middle. Shones down bottom. They keep it from wrecking. Brandon Butler up to third. Eli Bright up to second, but all this, though, behind Trey Rainey. Coming to 6 laps to go this time. 6 laps of racing to go, Texas. It's getting intense to see who makes the Final Four at Homestead. Final race around number 2, and it's not disappointing. Brandon Butler will get back by for the second position. But is it too late to run down Trey Rainey? Eli Bright with the push from Paul Mank as they come down the backstretch. I thought Mank was about to turn him right there. Jim Gambit has joined this pack, and I believe that might be all she wrote unless a caution comes out or unless Gambit wrecks. And now the battle again for third with 5 laps to go. Brandon Butler's gotten clear of the pack. Now he has a shot to try and pass Trey Rainey for the win. But can he do it? Track position big at Texas, and with the race lead, I don't know if anyone can pass Trey Rainey. Jim Gambit has been closing in. He's been fighting up to the front. Paul Mick will clear for third. Trey Rainey goes up the track trying to find a better lane to run. Coming to 4 laps to go. Paul Mick has now cleared the pack. Shones trying to do the same. He's up to 4th. Look at the run that Brandon Butler got into 1 and 2. Trey Rainey's truck might be getting a little tight. Brandon Butler trying to get underneath Rainey. He is. They're side by side for the race lead. Down the back straightaway. Now if I'm Trey Rainey, I have to be telling my driver, listen, we are in the chase. We don't have to get this win. Do not do anything stupid and try and, get that race lead so that you hit the wall and wreck. He is in right now with 3 laps to go. He does lead that lap, but he has a truck to his inside. The closest anyone's been to the 07 all night. He's going to lose the lead to Brandon Butler as they come off turn number 2. They might make him 3 wide. Paul Mick will now grab the second position. Levi Shones going for third. Trey Rainey is stuck on the outside all by himself. He's charging on the outside, but it's not going to be enough. Paul Minnick will clear for a second now. Can he run down Brandon Butler with just 2 laps of racing to go? Shones also back there. No yellow. White flag this time by if there's not a caution flag. Trey Rainey has to get clear for 4th right here. It looks like he might be able to. No, Kevin Band keeps it to his inside. Oh, no. Looks like the 07 truck did get clear. So Trey Rainey falls to 4th, but he's still in the chase. Brandon Butler has a good enough lead as he comes off turn number 4. He will see the white flag. We're on the last lap of the Texas race. Who gets back in front? Can Brandon Butler win? Who makes the Final Four for Homestead? The battles for third. Trey Rainey and Levi Shones are battling. Paul Minnick trying to find a way to get to Brandon Butler. Down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 they will come. The 92 truck looks like we'll go to victory lane as he goes through 3 and 4. He does go a little bit high. Does Paul Minnick have enough for a run? It doesn't look like he'll be able to. Off of turn number 4, Brandon Butler win the Nationwide 250 at Texas. But Paul Minnick did give it a shot at the end. He did get to his inside, just did not work for him. It was a little bit too late. As you can see, if there's one more lap, that 62 truck would have won the race. But Brandon Butler wins. And man, oh man, 4 trucks advance in the chase. Let's see who they are. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Nationwide 250 at Texas. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 1 lead change among 2 different drivers as Brandon Butler led the final 3 laps of tonight's race to win In second, it was Paul Mank. He was running at the end, the final 100 feet. He definitely closed a lot. If there was one more lap, he probably would have won. Levi Schoens pushed that 62 truck all the way. He ends up third. Trey Rainey, who dominated the race, started on pole, led 23 laps. The truck started to get tight towards the end. He ends up fourth, but a great day for him, especially with the points, and he will definitely advance. And fifth, Kevin Band. Brent Butler Sr. ends up sixth. Eric Heinen seventh. Jim Gambit eighth. He won at Texas. Remember we said earlier in the season. His teammate Luke Ray ends up 9th, and 10th, Eli Bright. There's your top 20. You can see some other chasers that finished below the top 10, including Junior Ramos in 13th, the O2 Josh Meal in 19th, Dan Bannon in 20th. As we look down at the rest of the field, you see down 25th, John Gambit, but he already has a win. He won the last race. He's already locked in. As we now look at the right side of the screen to see the points and who made it. The 4 drivers to advance are John Gambit, Trey Rainey, Brant Butler Sr., and Jim Gambit. The 3 eliminated are Dan Bannon, Junior Ramos, and Josh Meal, and they were not even close. After this race, 19 points was the closest, and that was Dan Bannon. So my, oh my, what a runaway for those front 4. Now they're going to battle at Homestead. 4 drivers have a chance at the championship, and only one will come away as the champion. As the next and final race of season number 1 will be the Chevy 200 at Homestead. See you guys then.